Everybody, it's Brian. I'm here with another really cool project from SN Hobbies. This one is a sort of a scale model. This is the GBR3, which is a model by Top RC Hobby. It's a new brand that I haven't flown before. So let's have a look, see what's inside the box, and we'll see how it flies. Okay, so here's what's inside the box of the GBR3. First of all, it comes with the instruction manual, pretty straightforward, all the instructions in here on how to put it together. Then we get to the wings. If you look closely at the wings, they've got the servos already installed, and then there's some mounting points here. This is for the wing flying wires to go, so that's going to hold essentially the wing together. If you look at the wing, there's not really much to go through. There's no spar that goes through to hold it all tight, but the reason is that the flying wires are going to hold the most of the strength of the wing. And that's that one. The left wing's about the same, and they just go together. As you can see, there's a ply joiner right here, and they'll just slide together like that. You glue them together, and then the strength of the center here is the flying wires. Okay, here's one of the landing gears. As you can see, it has well, the wheels already into the wheel pad, and there's a bit of a loop up here. Now what this does is it just goes into a slot in the wing, and there's nothing to clip it in place, but as you can see, there are a couple of mounting points on that, and again, this is all held together with the flying wires, and they, with the tension of those, will hold it in place, and then you'll have the landing gear. And the nice thing about this is if it comes to a crash, generally I think that those landing wires are probably going to come apart, and you're going to hold the whole model together much more securely. Okay, it comes with two of those, and get the horizontal stabilizer out of here. Okay, here's the horizontal stabilizer. Pretty straightforward. Now it's mounted into the fuselage using, it looks like a plywood center there. It's already hinged. It already has the joiner and a control horn in place. This here looks kind of like an odd looking piece, but this is actually the rudder. As you can see, it has some hinge points in there, and they clip on the inside of the vertical stabilizer, and the horn's already in place there. This bag here is filled with the flying wires, and you can see they're all different lengths. So when you're putting this together, kind of line them up to the biggest to the smallest, and then it'll make more sense when you put this all together. And there's a spring at one end to give it tension, and then hooks on both ends so you can hook it through the loops on the fuselage, the landing gear, and the wings. Okay, here's the power system. The motor is actually already installed into the propeller and the spinner, and the speed controller is already attached as well. And as you can see, it's a one of these, I don't know, it's these mounts where it goes into a mount and it's held on by a grub screw. Essentially, you just insert this into the fuselage, tighten the screws down, and you're good to go. But everything is already installed. You just need to mount it in the fuselage. A little bag of hardware. There's a splitter there, the glue for the EPO, a nice long, well, I'm going to keep this. This is a really long screwdriver, an extended shaft there, and a wrench, and looks like something to hold the wing in place. Alright, the last piece, of course, is the fuselage, and as you can see, this is pretty nice. I'm going to get this out of the way so you can see a bit better. And as you can see, there's the motor mount inside there, and you can see the screws where you're going to tighten it down. There's a screw hole up top there. Insert the motor in place and it'll just come in. The battery door is just down here. It's a plastic hatch that opens up, and the battery just slides into place. Really nice. No problem getting your center of gravity sorted out. One thing I like about this model is the lots of use of plywood, and this is the holder for the wing, so it has a plywood piece that fits into there, so very strong. Here are your servos. One's your elevator and one's your rudder. and they're already in place with the clevises installed. Steerable tail wheel is attached. It's going to hook into the rudder, and as you can see, here's some clips. These are part of the hinge for the rudder, and the horizontal stabilizer is just going to slide in like this. Okay, once you got that in place, there's some screws that'll hold it together, and then the rudder will just snap into place right here. I don't want to snap it in right now because it's going to, I'm not sure it's going to snap out again. And then there's a spot where the steerable tail wheel will fix into the rudder, and away you go. This is going to be a really exciting looking airplane. I'm really excited about taking it up and flying it and see how it goes. Alright, so this is how it all came together. And what a sleek looking model here. You can see all the really cool wheel pants. Is very solid, essentially held together with just the flying wires. But everything, it's got lots of strength. I really like the articulation of the rudder, and that should have a lot of throw on that. It's a really long tail in this model, so I'm expecting to be a really stable when it flies. So I'm looking forward to seeing this go. It's going to look great in the air, and by all means, it should be a really good flyer as well.